Well, it's that time of year again, and we gonna clean the wood stovepipe. We do this every year, sometimes 2-3 times a year. So, but we always clean it to make sure everything's good to go for the new heating season. My youngest son Johnny's getting the poles ready, and I'm doing this selfie. If I can do it right, I'm using a gimbal, and like I said, it's all new to me. But we're gonna start doing that. But a disclaimer is, you know, we're not licensed chimney sweeps. I've done this for at least 30, maybe 40 years. Not inspected and stuff like that. But if you're not comfortable working with this, like I say, this, if you got bad piping or something, you don't inspect it properly, you could have a fire. So I suggest, you know, I'm just a YouTuber. Just a YouTuber. So good luck. This will save you some money, and it's fun. It pumps you up for the coming season of 20, 30, possibly 40 below zero. Wow. Thunder? Jeez. Okay. Okay, here's my youngest son having fun here getting the poles ready. What are they like 3-foot poles? 4-foot poles? They look like about 4-foot poles. They're fiberglass poles. We bought them over 20 years ago, so, you know, they're just fiberglass poles. You can buy them anywhere. We got them in our local lumber yard. What was it, Menards or something, whatever it's called? Bought them when they're on sale there years ago. And I'll have them. We use what, about 3?
3. Then when we get up there once in a while, up there almost all the way, then we use 4.
Yeah, and they bend, which is nice. Oh, hold the tip, John, the dirty tip. This is for a 6-inch pipe. Ours is 6-inch. You just hold it there. There you go. Turn a little sideways so you can see a side view. Up by your both. Yeah, there you go. And that's what we use. It's real tough bristles. And we've been using it for a long time. And it's good not to wear a white shirt like he's wearing, because even that pipe, if you look at his hands, it'd be all covered in tar. But that doesn't take long. We do the outside pipe first, and then we go inside and do the other. There's your dinner. I'm going to stand back because it's going to be dirty. That's some real gritty stuff. Glad the sun came out. Should wear gloves, Johnny. Now watch it, because that's razor sharp. There's usually water in there. Gets into the rain cap. Now we know which way the wind's blowing, Johnny. That way. So you're best standing over here when you're putting the rod up. And I'd get that chair out of there too, Johnny. Do your thing. Let's see when he gets to the top. And wear dirty clothes. See, move to different. Get out of there. Move away. You'll see the dust. Because you get covered. That don't come out easy. Johnny?
Yeah.
Stand on that side when the wind's blowing. When the wind's blowing that way, stand on the other side and do it. Try to pull it straight down, yep. And it's always fun handling that long fiberglass pole. Keep your hand close up, as close as you can so you don't break it or bend it. And when we get to the cap, we bang the cap. It's like cleaning a gun. You only go one way. Push it up hard, get it a couple times, bang the chuck. You did most of it. First time you did, a lot came out. And we do it, what, 3-4 times, Johnny?
Yeah.
And then we look up there. I won't be able to film up there because it's dark, you know. We look up there when he's got a light, a headlamp.
Let you check to see how good the pipe looking.
Yeah, you look for rust spots. And we spent a fortune for that pipe. That's the Class A or whatever you call it. I don't know. Some of you viewers out there can tell. It's the best you can get. You don't want to have no fires. And there's no rust. And when we side this side of the house, we will try to get a rag for your hands, Johnny, too, yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to go over there because the ground, you can't see because we haven't mowed the grass yet. It's just loaded with that soot. And when we reside the house, we'll tear all this garbage tin off, put new windows in, new paneling, and then put some regular wood or wood siding on, and rebuild this whole area. But it's not in the budget or project. I see. Then he just goes in there and looks. You look around the seams. I look around the seams real good, Johnny.
I look perfect.
I know. It looks like brand new, don't it? It was worth spending. That pipe cost a fortune just for that couple small sections there.
That pipe looks so,
And it was worth it.
so brand new looking.
Okay, that's good. Now is it clean enough where you don't have to worry about it?
No.
And the thing is, we burn real junky wood, you know, whatever we can get. But we don't have creosote buildup. It's just that you see the light powder coming out. We don't have the greasy, tarry stuff. And when you look in your pipe, you got that greasy, tarry stuff. Then there's other ways to clean it. But you know, like I said, that's a chimney sweep. You do some research. Is that a toad? Right about 2 feet in front of your feet. Anyhow, ours is always dry, so we burn pretty hot fires. And we'll get that creosote buildup. Okay, so that's it for outside. Now what he'll do is he'll put that cap back on, and then he'll take that thing apart and put it away. And then we go on the inside, and that's got to be a little cleaner. We got to do things a little different in there. But
Well, at least we'll have to do it up the outside.
and yeah, we had so many projects. A lot of them I didn't film because it was just too involved. And just hand tighten it. And be real careful, people, because that is very sharp razor blade type edges. At least on ours it is. I don't know why they have it that way, but that's it. It's done. No bird nests, no nothing.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Are you happy, Johnny?
Yeah, they're perfect good.
Now you just take that apart, wipe it off, wipe it down with a towel. Did you bring a towel out to clean it?
Yep, over there. I'm going to do it.
And then that's it. Now I'm going to go get set up inside the house. This is starting on the inside. The first thing we do is we clean all the dust off the pipe that accumulated over the year. We're not really you usually start from the very top, Johnny. We're not really what you call dusters. See, we dust the whole pipe off and everything else, and then all the way down. Now, if you have a cleaner house, yours won't be as dusty. But you know what the problem is having a wood stove in the house? It's always dusty from the wood ash. So someday when I get rich, I'll buy an outside hut and have to heat the woods, have the wood stove outside. And look at Johnny. Look at he'll spend at least, let's see, right now it's 11:30, and we'll see when he's done. See how long it takes him. He's got it all cleaned up, and it's 2:15, so it took him almost 3 hours or 2 hours, whatever it was, 3 hours to do it. No, not really. It took him a few minutes. Now he's inspecting the pipe to make sure that there's no holes in it. You see how intense he is? And he's really making sure. And now, like your wood stove should have some screws holding the pipes together. And if you don't, get screws in there. We put 3 for each seam. And he takes 3 off by the elbow. Let me get a little closer here. Let me get some more light on the subject. Open the lens up. There we go. He's got a magnetic tip Phillips screwdriver, which is nice. 3 of them. And of course he's putting them in a little container so we don't lose them. It's pretty dark in our living room here, even though we got the front door open. I don't want to turn the overhead light on because it puts sort of a weird hue. But you know that. He just takes some things. Well, I'll show you how we... One person could do it, but... And now what he'll do is is that stove unplugged from the wall? Because we got a fan on the back that I custom built for it. Okay. Now what he'll do is he'll put one hand on front of the elbow, one hand on the back, and he hammers the elbow off the main tube. Just like that. Okay. Just like that. That's good. Now he drags the stove backwards a little bit. We put this stove in about, what, 10 years ago almost? Easy, easy. Keep going. No, you gotta keep going a little bit. That's good. Okay, now, because this is a one-person job, now he just picks it off carefully, wiggles it. Oh, try to wiggle it, try so it comes loose. Don't drop it. There's a lot of crap in there. There you go. Now, lay it on its side. See, yeah, keep it there. At least it falls on that. Put it there somewhere. Now that's why it's good to have a area. Now he's going to pull out carefully. Now then instantly put it on its side. Don't drop it because it's loaded with... And according to my son, when he looked at that tube, we didn't have much buildup. Let me get a picture on the inside here. Let me see what shape our pipes are. Johnny, you got the headlamp? Shine the headlamp down there because it's going to be pretty dark. So they get an idea what our pipe looks like down there. Go ahead, you get in there and shine it. Okay, now let me go up. Okay, move back a little bit. Now see, that's I don't know how long it was before we cleaned it, but that ain't too bad. See, there's no greasy soot. If you got creosote, that greasy stuff, ours is all dry soot. That'll clean up real nice. And what we don't use that brush for obvious reasons. We're going to use that vacuum cleaner here. I'm using a gimbal on this, so my reaction time, I guess I gotta slow my speech down. And here's how it looks inside here. You want to show the light inside there too, Johnny? See all it built up? So we'll take care of that. Okay. Now it's important, everybody, that your stove be ice cold, no ashes, because this is not a fireproof, it's just a wet and dry vac, a normal one. So this is ice cold, there are no ashes. These ashes have been dead for a long time. So, and you also notice it's probably best to ground yourself because you're going to build up static electricity when he does it. And we're going to lose our sound because that vacuum cleaner is loud. So, and it helps if you wear a headlamp so you can see what you're doing. And Johnny, I'm going to have to work behind you so I can watch you. Don't get too close to me. I don't want to get zapped. Scrape it off as you're doing it. Out there, you just keep vacuuming and just get it perfectly clean. And then when you get done, check the seams to make sure there's no rust or no leakage or nothing suspicious. So I'll end it there. I'm show you before we figure it out. And I'll show you afterwards when it gets done how nice it looks. Surprised they do this way in the house. It's not dirty. We got a good filter on that wet and dry back with it. You don't get the minute dust to come out the exhaust. You do this with a vacuum cleaner, if you ain't got a good filter on there, you better put the power head, that thing right there outside when you're doing it. So we got a good filter on it. So we never have no dust blowing around. And be sure when you use the brush at the end, I've had it happen when we first started doing it. I didn't push the brush attachment on hard enough, and it come off, and it went, and I had to go outside and retrieve it in the pipe. Oh, easy, Johnny. Okay, here it took about, what do you say, about 15 minutes, Johnny?
Something on there.
And look at the inside the pipe, see? And that you may look like rust, but that's not rust. Just the reddish tinge out of the carbon or whatever. But there's no rust. It's beautiful. That's done. Now we go down and he cleans the pipes. Problem is I got the camera. I'll have to handhold the light. See inside the pipe? See, it's all sooty, which won't be. If yours is greasy and liquidy, there's cleaners out there, I'm sure. But this videos for this kind of powdery stuff that just comes right off. And we'll vacuum clean that, and then I'll show you how it looks afterwards. But considering how long it's been, that looks really nice. Okay, there you go. Okay, he's gonna. Just lay on the ground and gently do it. If it wasn't for the vacuum cleaner setup with our filter and stuff, and our carpet is carbon, we'd be doing this outside. I suggest doing it outside. When you got a garbage carpet like this, and you got a vacuum that vacuums it up and does not blow out fine dust, you're good to go. It's sunny out, but we got lightning and thunder going on out there. I'm glad we got the outside pipes up, but this is what he does. Now see if that was creosote, the tarry type substance, you wouldn't be able to vacuum it. You'd be wasting your time. Because it'd just be a mess. We've never had that problem. I don't know what to use to take care of that problem. Okay, he's done. See how nice and clean it looks in there? That's about all I can get for how good it is. But it's just real nice and clean. And now he looks around the seams, whatever in there, to see if there's any signs of rust or deterioration, or just a pipe that give up the ghost. Time to replace it. Even this small section he has, you can lay it down, Johnny. That cost a fortune. That's double wall. And we lightly sand this down, clean it off, and then we paint it with some black wood stove paint. But it burns off, and you gotta. The only way to cure it is by starting a wood stove, and then it stinks. So you got to open your windows and blow all that garbage smell out.
Yeah,
so.
I think not it perfect.
Yeah, we don't. No, it looks real good. Damn, it looks like the first year we used it for burning. Unbelievable, as old as it is. But we inspect all the screws, everything. Make sure they're all tight, they haven't loosened up. And then he does the elbow. When people say it's no good burning junk wood, sure you don't get as much heat from it, but they still leave creosote. Well, we've been burning for this. I forgot how old this wood stove is, this pipes. So we never get a tar substance. It's always that powder, which is good. We never had a chimney fire yet. Okay, so let's see. Look around more of these seams. You got to inspect all the seams. look for any signs of soot leakage or anything.
That would look perfect to me.
Yeah,
Nothing.
because this is a double wall thing, so you should have no leakage there at all. And you see the rivets? It's stainless steel, so it should be perfect. Especially, I think I paid like $65 for this elbow years ago. I don't know what they cost now. But okay, he'll clean it, and I'll show you pictures of it. Okay, there he's doing his thing. Same old thing, just backing it out. Take your time and inspect. If it's not perfect, don't try to repair it. Go and buy a new one. You can see, it's not going to be as perfect as the other pipes. This, like I said, the elbows take the beating. And I'm sure there's chemicals you can put in there to get rid of the rest of the stuff that's stuck on. But we're not worried about it. Because usually that just burns off anyhow. So, okay, show me the other way, Johnny. The important thing is, you see them seams in there and them little crimps? Get used to where they're at. And how they look, and the rivets. Are they falling apart? Are they eating away? Is the seams separated? No, this is except for that little bit of carbon that we don't want to waste time scraping off because it's good enough. It looks darn good. Looks like it's ready for another heating season. What do you think, Johnny?
Yeah, they look perfect, but then the rest of the stuff, they'll probably burn off like you usually do a lot of
Yeah,
times.
it usually does. It gets hot enough, it'll burn off the next time, because we usually clean the pipes, once in February? And then once, in April?
Somewhere on there.
Yeah.
2 times a year, I think, or something.
Yeah,
like
about
that.
2 times a year. That's perfect for us. And then that carbon there, that's real hard stuff, almost like the coating you get on a cast iron skillet, that'll be gone. It'll be in another spot. So that we don't worry about that. We just get the loose stuff. There's a metal plate down there to be vacuuming off. Sits on top of fiberglass. You would have better off just using the pipe gun. This is where the ashes really build up. That's about 1 inch deep in ashes. And under that, you gotta watch it. But this stove is fiberglass. Now, we'll bring it down here with the light and show. We'll bring the tip of the vacuum cleaner down and show them how to take the tip off. Put the light on. See where it's cooked up? I don't know if you guys know this, but you twist that, keep pulling, keep pulling. There you go. Now he can get in there real nice, flexible. But he's still going to be fighting that fiberglass. There's your dinner. Oh yeah. Chunk out of there, fold it up, fold it in half, fold it up, put it outside, because that will clean outside. Be careful so you don't tear it. I'm sure you can buy other ones, but this one here, just roll it up carefully, and then pull that fiberglass out, and carefully bring it outside. Real careful. It looks like a little piece finally fell off. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, careful. Not too quick without smelling it. Just leave it on the stairs or something. There you go. We'll clean that outside. We might even go out and buy another piece. Okay, I'm not going to bend down there. Let's see, you cleaned it all out. Cleaned the door gasket off. Our door gasket's still good. But he cleaned it all out. The bricks, you got to inspect the bricks to make sure they're all good. The tubes underneath, Everything is perfect. No holes, no rusting, no nothing. Looks good. The bricks are still good. We do have replacement bricks, but there's no sense tearing these out when they're not cracked, and they look perfectly good. So that's done. Now, he's cleaning that pad. They got all kinds of names for it. It's about 30 to 40 bucks for that pad. It's some kind of buffer or dampener or something. That's got to go. But we can put that in there. We'll get that there because it only takes, we can order it, and then it's real simple to take it apart and throw it in there. And then we'll put the stove back together. Level it. Set it up. We clean the blower fan back there. And everything's just waiting to put together. Then he put the elbow on, matching the holes up. Okay, Johnny, go for the gusto. Then he's going to put the screws in. He'll put the screws in here on the bottom of that elbow. And then we'll work together as a team to line the holes at the top. It takes two people to do that. And you don't over tighten the screws. It's just get them there so they're, you know, what do you call them? Barely tight. This is so the hose don't fall off. The pipe don't fall off when you're sleeping at night. Don't move the stove each other. Let me line her up a little bit. Let me get her straight here. Okay, you gotta pull the stove your way just like you said. Keep going. I'll keep going a little more. Okay, right there. Now, he pushes the front of the stove in. Unfortunately, you're stuck with the view you got because it's easy. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, just hold for a second. Okay, there. Now that looks perfect. Now I'm going to stand back and I wish I could get up that fast. That's what he does. And then we got to remember to screw in that top elbow too. And I want to film it so the viewers will know that we did screw it in.
So they're good enough like that.
All right. Yeah, don't forget to screw that in, people. Okay, what do you think about the job, Johnny?
Nice and clean now.
Okay, good. Now I'm going to take a snapshot. Well, that's it for the wood stove. We got it all set up. We didn't fire it yet. We know it'll work good because we do this so many, average 2-3 times a year, depending on how the wood stove acts. But like I said in the beginning, we're not pros. We're YouTubers. And if you're not comfortable with doing it and you don't know how to inspect it properly to make sure you got a safe wood stove setup, have a professional do it. But we like to do everything ourselves, and we like to get taught. I used to work with a chimney sweep as like an apprentice when I wanted to experiment and try different things. And I did the menial labor jobs. Like bring him his sandwiches, and if he runs out of toilet paper, I'd give him a new roll of toilet paper. That kind of authority. That's the kind of authority I had. So I'd watch him do it. Anyhow, I learned the chicks what to look for, what kind of soot is in there, and all that kind of stuff. But there's so many YouTube videos on it. You can find out what to look for by the pros. And I'm not a pro, not in the least. I only play a pro on TV. And the beautiful thing about editing videos, you can make so many mistakes, and you can edit all day long, and you can look like a pro. Okay, thank you for watching.